Bruno to Saudi? United's captain just got the biggest bag ever waved in his face, and he hasn't said no. The rumors are heating up. Sir Al Hilal have made Bruno Fernandes their top transfer target, and they reportedly tabled a 3-year deal worth up to 65 million pounds per season. Tax-free, sir. What do you think about Bruno Fernandes? Bruno Fernandes headed to that's not even a farmer league. That's a retirement league. What do you think about this news?
Look, the Saudi sides, we're trying to sell them Casemiro. They come for Bruno Fernandes. They've been a little quiet in the transfer market, but this kind of came out of nowhere. Apparently, the approach was to Bruno's camp. Hey, we're going to make you the richest man in football. This is insane. 65 million per season. That's all tax free. So compared to what Bruno's earning now, it would be like 5x.
Yeah.
Insane, could be up to £1,000,000 a week, and that would be all tax free. This is like nosebleed type money. Like I feel like Bruno's got more in the tank for United. How many years is that? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Is that worth turning down this amount of money? Probably not. So the fact they've only talked to Bruno, they haven't talked to United, but rumor is they'd be willing to break the Moise Caicedo 115 million pound British transfer record fee for Bruno Fernandes. So I know you're a huge Bruno Fernandes fan. He is by far the best player in our team. But if you're going to get offered 125 million pounds for your best player and you're in 15th place in the league, this is overvaluing Bruno by like I want to say 50 million. To United, he's probably worth 125 million just because we're so bad, and where will we be without him?
Relegated.
You know, realistically, is he worth this much? No. So that's kind of, and how many times has United been in a position to sell a player for this type of value? Not many. Now speaking, that's with my mind. With my heart, you can't get Bruno out of this team. We would be relegated without him. So that's worth about 100 million right there.
Because it's the stats said it this year. He's been our best player. He's in the finest form he's been in since he joined United when he came out of the gates out of Portugal, like hot as can be. And he's the stalwart. He's like a consistent captain magnifico who just always shows up week in, week out, even when the team is terrible. And this would break my fucking heart. Not just because it would break my heart because it's not like, dude, that's generational money. That's like your kids don't gotta work. I mean, that's so much fucking money. That's like 150 million tax free. You're good, but he loves the game. I mean, he wants to win shit. He wants to win shit United, and I just can't see him hanging up his boots when he has so much left in the tank to not go. Like, if you're gonna leave, go to Real Madrid, go to Barcelona. Like, don't go to fucking Saudi Arabia. No offense, nothing on Saudi Arabia, but it's not a top league. It's not a top 5 league. It's not even a top 10 league. But that money is real money. But I think it's on the player. Like, I think the club, if you put a gun to its head, they'd sell him because that's huge money. But we'd be fucked without him. We'd be lost without him.
Here's the deal. I mean, like, here's the real rub, and it's like you put two good parties in a bad situation. Not necessarily a bad situation, but it's like Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United are meant to probably be together for the next, say 4 years at max, 3. I think realistically, probably 3 more years. And then all of a sudden, this Saudi offer comes across the table, and it is clearly it is overvaluing Bruno. Like for 65 million, this is like Messi money. This is Ronaldo money. This is even like Erling Haaland prime contract money. And Bruno's Fernandes, his next deal is not like can maybe be 3 years like that. It's not going to be anywhere near this amount of money. So it's clearly this payday is now. It is today. It is irrational why it is now and why is it today. But that being said, it's up to Bruno. Like if he wants to go, he'll go.
Right.
Like
No,
nothing.
without a doubt.
Like this is not a United deal. This is does Bruno Fernandes want $500 million tax free? And the answer to like anyone on the planet is yes, even if I have to go live in the desert. Like if they offered me $500 million tax,
how'd you get to 500 million? It's 65 over 3 years.
no, but 3 to 5 year deal, right?
Okay, 3 to 5 years. Okay, 5 years.
Right. It's not 510, but it's
It's a lot.
300 million. If you're going to give you 300 million tax free,
Tax free. Tax free, bro. I know, but like, of course, if he wants to go, it's done. It's over. It's not. But like,
yes,
he's
yes,
got he could go in 3 years. We won't get as much money, but he could, and he probably won't get as much money. But he could go there. He's got so much left in the tank. He takes such
3
good care
years
of
we
himself.
wouldn't
Doesn't
get
get injured.
40.
Say
In 3 years we wouldn't get 40. And here's the deal: if Bruno Fernandes, this is not a should United sell deal. This is
it's a
a
personal decision.
what does Bruno want?
Yeah,
And if he wants this, he'll go.
he will.
And United will be paid handsomely.
Right.
120 million, 125 million, 150 million, whatever the number is, United will get paid. Bruno will ride off in the sunset. And to be honest, if I was advising him, I'd be like, you take this deal because you'll never get this amount. Like, think about it. Even if he gets to 65 million in one season, that probably matches what he would earn at United over the next 3 years. That's how crazy the money is. Because you have to pay taxes in England, and he's nowhere near that amount of wages. So even if he went 1 year and failed, or didn't like it and came back, he'd still be to the good. Um, so for me, I'm nervous. As a fan, I'm nervous. I feel like this is the type of deal that you can't turn down. I feel like if it's too good to be true, it usually is. And this is going to turn his head. This has to turn Bruno's head. It has to turn his head. This is the type of deal that like
It's G7 money, bro.
I saw it. It's like G5. It's like
G5, bro. It's like G5 money.
it's like
You have your own jet. It's like you can have your own private jet. They
most
probably
likely
give him a private jet.
if he wins the Europa League, that would be so like all these little things happen. Like if Bruno wins the Europa League, right? And then that could make him feel better, but United's not in a good spot. Like the timing with Bruno and United is off because we're not in a good spot right now. The problem that I will say is that his countryman being the coach, that's like a bond that I feel like he wants to stay. You know, there's a dog in Bruno, but can that dog say no to that amount of money? I don't know. That's a
I
lot. It's a lot of money.
I think if we win the Europa League, he's even less likely to leave because he's like, all right, this team's onto something. We are going to have real money for the coach to play with. You sell Bruno, that's good money, right? And on a personal basis, it's insane money for him as an individual. But it sets the rebuild back because he's close to irreplaceable. There's just no other player on the market that produces the level of chances that he does. That Wirtz kid, he's a killer, but like he'd be the same amount of money and he's going to take a couple years. And I'm even sure he could be a Bruno Fernandes. And the consistency, he doesn't get injured. He's always available. He's the hardest working player. But like you said, at the end of the day, it's all up to Bruno Fernandes.
31. He's 31.
Yeah, but he's like, dude, he worked harder than anybody else today.
But we are in rebuild territory.
I know.
And Bruno is
G5 money, bro. G5 money.
Bruno doesn't like, by the way, your whole idea of like, oh, Bruno's gonna stick around and forego like an extra 45 million a year. Be like, oh, United are just coming around the corner. Like that's not like that logic doesn't like
I take the money.
not gonna make
I
more
would take
money.
I take the money.
Like, is United gonna win the league in the next 3 years? Like, no. Or like, are we gonna be competing for the Champions League next 3 years? Like,
probably not.
how much money would you I'm just kind of being realistic. Like the time I've always been worried about Bruno leaving because United needs him in 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I couldn't begrudge him to take the money. Right now I think it's 50-50. It has to be. By the way, if he was gonna go, there would be nothing about it now. It won't happen until the summer. It will be like literally like final and then boom, heat up and then bam.
And it'll happen fast. It'll happen in weeks. It'll happen in weeks.
It would be like right after the final, and that's. And I don't know if Al Hilal is in the Club World Cup, but that would be part of it as well.
Probably are.
Yeah, exactly. They want him to feature at the Club World Cup and have. So this is going to be like a background thing. People are going to say no, Bruins could be coy in the press, but you're not going to know until the season is officially over, and then you're going to know. And for me, it has to be a coin flip because this money is insane. This is it. Like you can't begrudge him to go. It's like this is Ronaldo money, like and he's not Ronaldo.
Well, it's Ronaldo money. I think Ronaldo got 200. He gets 200 million a year or something. He gets even more money.
It's like this is Messi money. Messi made, I think, 65 a year at like Barca or something, and
But he's in the best form of his life, bro. Those guys were like, yeah, they're better players, of course. They're the greatest of all time, but they were also over the hill. He is not over the hill. He's very much in form.
yeah, but a Rodri who like think of the Ballon d'Or voting order, right? And where Bruno is, and for this offer to be given to him, right? Like it doesn't add up, right? You did like I'm trying to say he's playing like decent in a Portuguese side that's getting knocked out of the Euros. He's playing in a United side that's 16th. Like this doesn't add up to like yes, he's a good player. He's in good
He's
form,
better
but
than a good player. He's an elite player. He's the best chance creator in the world right now. He is. Look at the numbers.
so if you make a list of players in the whole world, you're gonna be like Bruno's number one player that you go buy with this money.
Not what I said at all,
Top of
Joe.
the
That's
list.
not what I said at all,
I'm
bro.
trying to say
Not what
he's lower on the list, and this is top of the list money. That's all I'm trying to say is that he's getting top three in the world Ballon d'Or money, and he's probably like I
but
don't even know where he was on the Ballon d'Or voting list, but
but like the team sucks, so he's not going to be even near it. And also, this is money because nobody wants to play in Saudi Arabia. This is like it's so much money because it's not a desirable place to live in. It's fucking hot as shit. They don't have a big league. Like less than 1,000 people go to most of these games. Uh, anyway, sir, Bruno Fernandez. This is going to be one that runs all summer.
Bruno's not even in the top.
Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit about that. Go to the chance creation instead of like Ballon d'Or rankings. Like for a team that finished eighth last season.
My point is, if you're in Saudi, right, and you're trying to buy like one of the top players in the world, like Rodri, Vinicius, Bellingham, Carvajal, Holland, Mbappe, Martinez, Yamal, Cruz, Kane.
He's better than Martinez. He's definitely better than Martinez.
Laturo on
Okay, the good Martinez.
yeah. So if you go down there and it's like you're like those are like the play like there is a certain list of player on that like obviously I think he's probably like is he top 10 best player in the world? Like I would probably say yes, but I would also lean on my United bias probably like
I think now that De Bruyne has gone over the hill, he's the best 10 in the world, personally. But I'm biased too because I'm a Bruno fan. But I think if you look at the stats, if he was on Arsenal, he'd be fucking crushing it.
that includes Bellingham.
Yeah.
That's number
But
10.
Bellingham's fallen off this year. He's not. He hasn't. They haven't been nearly as good. They're not going to win the league. Obviously, they crashed out of. But I agree with you, sir. It's a lot of money.
Olmo was very good, and he won the Europa League with Spain, and he played.
He's a great player too, but he plays in the wing.
No, he plays for Barca, but it's just kind of.
It's a lot of money. It's so much money.
It's a lot of money. What I'm trying to say is, like,
they're overpaying.
I highly rate Bruno, but I am surprised that this money is associated with them. And if I'm surprised about that, then they're clearly overpaying, and that means he should probably take the deal because this is once a lifetime money. Like I don't know if this is going to exist again in a year or two. Like that's where because like they wanted this money for Salah, then they can't get him. So then they're going to go Bruno. If they can't get him, it's going to be for somebody else. And then I don't think when Bruno in 2 or 3 years he's going to get it. So that's my only concern to Bruno Fernandes. But ultimately, if you were Bruno, would you cash in and go to Saudi or would you stay at Manchester United? Comment below. Say it ain't so, sir. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Manchester United video.